I'm J.B. Kaufman, film historian and co-author with Russell Merritt of the book Walt in Wonderland. This is a book about the silent Disney films of the 1920s. I think today when a lot of people hear the name Disney, they automatically think of fairy tales, theme parks, and of course, a certain famous cartoon mouse. But long before any of those things came along, Walt got his start producing silent films, and in fact, he made almost 100 of them. His leading characters were an animated cat named Julius, an animated rabbit named Oswald, and a live-action little girl named Alice. Walt got his start in Kansas City at a time when he and the 20th century were both coming up on their early 20s. His first independent effort was a series of drawn and animated inserts for the local Newman theater chain. These were called Newman Laugh-O-Grams, and we're going to see a sample of those. Once those films started to appear, Walt was bitten by the bug, so he started his own first cartoon studio called Laugh-O-Gram Films. He brought along his friend Ub Iwerks, and this effort also brought him into contact with Hugh Harman, Rudy Ising, Friz Frayling, Carmen Maxwell, Carl Stalling, and a whole host of other people. And this is extremely important because all of these people went on to make their own mark on the world of American animation. Laugh-O-Gram itself didn't do that well. It actually went out of business a little over a year later, but Walt was just getting started. At that point, he relocated to California, and he and his brother Roy started a whole new studio making a series of the Alice comedies. This was Walt's first nationwide success, and the series ran for 3.5 years. The Alice comedies featured a little girl filmed in live action who actually entered into a cartoon world. In the course of all of this, the films evolved, and I think you'll also see the evolution of Ub Iwerks' animation style. By this time, he was pretty much the strong pitching arm of the Disney animation department, and you can see his style developing as he goes along. In 1927, Walt decided to end the Alice series and start a new all-cartoon series, and this time his lead character was a rabbit named Oswald. So we're going to see some of the Disney Oswalds that were produced at that time. Now here again we see the great combination of Walt's direction and story sense and Iwerks' animation gifts. The film examples in this program are coming to us courtesy of my colleague, historian and archivist Tommy Jose Stathis of Cartoons on Film. Tommy tasked an entire team of film restorers, supervised by Steve Stanchfield of Thunderbean Animation, with putting together superb versions of these films that restore their original pictorial quality. Their materials were drawn from a wide range of prints and negatives, including an extensive collection of prints in Tommy's own archives. So now, on behalf of Tommy and Cartoons on Film, let's enjoy Walt's and Ub's earliest efforts, which are also some of the most inspiring efforts of the 1920s.